There are so many credit cards to choose from, so in this video I want to go over my top 5 personal credit cards for 2024 and beyond. I chose these 5 cards because of their high reward rates and the sign-up bonus that they're currently offering at this time. Some of the cards in this video are cards that I personally already have, or cards that I plan to add over the next year. The first card on my list is a credit card that I added to my credit card setup last year. It has easily become one of my favorite credit cards since then, and that card is none other than the Bilt Mastercard. So I've done multiple videos on the Bilt Mastercard since obtaining it last year, but I still believe it's one of the best credit cards going into 2024. For starters, the Bilt Mastercard is the only card that offers 1x points back on rent payments without any transactions fees, up to 100,000 Bilt points per calendar year. So I don't come anywhere close to hitting that 100,000 in rent per calendar year that Bilt offers, but it is nice that Bilt gives a high maximum of rent that can be covered without any credit card processing fees. So you might be asking if this card has any value if you're not a renter and instead might have a mortgage. This recent post from Bilt gives me hope that Bilt will incorporate some type of mortgage support in the future. So that's definitely something to look forward to. If you're not someone who rents and will not find value in the 1x points back on rent payments, the other cashback rewards offered with this credit card might be worth considering, and still makes this a solid credit card to add to any setup. So the Bilt Mastercard also offers 2x points back on travel, 3x points back on dining, and 1x points back on everything else. The rewards for this credit card is similar to the Citi Preferred, without the preferred $95 annual fee. So with all that Bilt has to offer, it's unbelievable that it's no annual credit card. If that isn't enough, Bilt doubles points earned on the first of the month to promote rent day. Therefore, that's 6x points back on dining, 4x points back on travel, and 2x points back on everything else. Now, the Bilt Mastercard isn't perfect because it does not come with a typical sign-up bonus you might find on other credit cards like the Citi Preferred. But I did happen to get an unofficial welcome offer when I first applied for the card, which was 5x points back on all purchases for the first 5 days of obtaining the card, up to 50,000 in Bilt points. One last minor downside of the Bilt Mastercard is that in order to prevent card members from losing their card for that 1x points back on rent payments, Bilt requires a minimum of 5 transactions during each statement period with the card to earn any points. As someone who has had the card for around 6 months, I haven't had any issues of hitting the 5 minimum transactions for a statement period, since I've mostly been using this as my main dining cashback card. This is still a great no-entry credit card for renters, and it can even be categorized as a travel credit card, since it comes with trip cancellation and interruption protection, trip delay reimbursement, auto rental collision damage waiver, and tons of great transfer partners that you typically find on a premium travel credit card. Alright, so the next card I want to talk about is the Capital One Venture X. I don't have this card, but I do intend to apply for it by the end of this year, because the Venture X has a base rate of 2x miles on all purchases, so it makes it a great cash flow credit card. The Venture X also offers 10x miles at hotels or rental cars, and 5x in flights booked through the Capital One travel portal. At the time of recording, there's a huge sign-up bonus of 75,000 miles with $4,000 spent within 3 months of opening the card. Now in the past, we have seen some limited one-time offers of up to 90,000 miles, but the 75,000 mile sign-up bonus hasn't been the standard offer. Unlike the Bilt Mastercard, the Venture X has an annual fee of $395. That is a huge difference from the no annual fee Bilt Mastercard, but Capital One just justify the annual fee with credits and bonuses. With that 75,000 mile sign-up bonus, with the card is already paid off within the first year, if we go with that 1 cent per mile redemption value, if we redeem through the Capital One travel portal. So 75,000 miles can be equivalent to $750 cash back, with that 1 cent per mile equivalent rate. After the first year, Venture X credits you with a 10K mile anniversary bonus every year, starting your first anniversary. That is worth at least $100 at that 1 cent per mile minimum value. The nice thing about the bonus that can be stacked year after year, and on top of all of that, the Venture X provides a $300 annual travel credit for bookings through the Capital One travel portal. So with a 10K anniversary bonus and $300 annual travel credit, it'll be a net positive $5 every year to offset the annual fee, and Capital will also throw $100 clippable entry or TSA pre-check credit. So what makes the Venture X a great premium travel credit card is that the ways you can use the miles earned from this card. Instead of just earning 1 cent per mile, we can offset the cost of travel by transferring points at a rate of 1-to-1 to the many Venture X transfer partners that they currently have. We can get up to 2 to 3 cents per mile or more based on the transfer partner. Therefore, that 10,000 mile anniversary bonus can be worth about 20 to 30,000 miles, but that of course will vary per transfer partner. So the next card on my list isn't up there with the Venture X with its travel redemption options, but I did want to add it to my list because it's a great credit card that can benefit almost any credit card setup. The third card on my list is the Citi Custom Cash Card, which offers 5% cash back on your top spend category, up to $500 spent each billing cycle, and 1% cash back on everything else. So this card can be compared against other 5% cashback cards like the Discover It and the Chase Freedom Flex, which both offer 5% cashback on rotating categories. There's also the Blue Cash Preferred, which gives you 6% on several categories, but you do have to pay a $95 annual fee with that card. The only comparable card with the Citi Custom Cash Card is the US Bank Cash Plus Research Signature Credit Card. So that card offers 5% cashback on your first $2,000 in combined eligible purchase each quarter you activate 2 categories. The Citi Custom Cash Card lets you pick what categories you want 5% cashback on with no annual fee, and offers tons of categories you can choose from. Those categories include restaurants, gas stations, grocery stores, select travel, select transit, select streaming services, drugstores, home improvement stores, fitness clubs, and finally live entertainment. To increase the 5% cashback rate, Citi lets you turbocharge the rewards on the Citi Custom Cash Card by opening a Citi Rewards Plus credit card, therefore turning that 5% cashback rate into a 5.55% cashback credit card. Fortunately, the one downside of this card is that 5% cashback on top category does max out at $5 per billing cycle, which can easily rack up fast. One way to get around this is by opening multiple Citi Custom Cash Cards. This can be done by applying for one of Citi's other credit cards and product changing it to the Citi Custom Cash Card. Citi is also offering a standard sign-up bonus with this card. You can earn $200 cash back after spending $15 on purchase for the first 6 months of account opening. The cash back that's earned from this card is in the form of thank you points. And thank you points are worth about 1 cent per point for cashback redemption. Overall, the Citi Custom Cash Card is a great cashback credit card that can be added to any credit card setup. Getting 5% cash back on any category is unbeatable. Alright, so card number 2 on my list is the no annual fee Chase Freedom Unlimited. The Freedom Unlimited offers a limited 1.5% cash back on all purchases, 3% cashback on dining in drugstores, and 5% cashback on Chase Travel. You might be asking why this card is on this list when those cashback categories aren't anything too impressive compared to other credit cards that I've talked about. So what's most impressive for this card is the current sign-up bonus that's being offered. Chase is currently offering this low 1.5% cashback on all Chase Freedom Unlimited categories, up to $20,000 spent in the first year. So this offer is worth up to extra $3 in cashback. With the offer, the new cashback totals is 6.5% cashback on travel purchase through the Chase Travel portal, 4.5% cashback on dining and drugstore purchases, and 3% cashback on all other purchases, which beats any other catalog credit card out there. These points are redeemed as Chase Ultimate Reward points, so these points can be worth much more. So Chase also has this annual welcome offer of a $200 bonus after you spend about $500 in purchase the first 3 months of account opening. For someone who might not be able to hit the $20,000 in spend for the first year, that offer might make more sense to you. Another offer I've seen is 5% cashback on combined grocery and gas purchases for up to $12,000 in spend for the first year, as long as with the $200 cash sign-up bonus after spending $500 in purchase for those 3 months of account opening. Now, I personally prefer that welcome offer, but whatever welcome offer you decide to go with, the Chase Freedom Limited is a great first card to add from the Chase Trifecta, which includes cards like the Limited, Freedom Flex, and either the Chase Sapphire Preferred or Reserve. The Freedom cards in this trifecta can transfer points out to the Sapphire cards, making the points earned from this credit cards much more valuable. So the Freedom Limited welcome offer is a great way to accumulate Chase Ultimate Reward points. And overall, this is a solid credit card to have and add to any credit card setup. I personally have this card in my wallet and have been saving my points earned from this card to let it transfer out. Alright, so the last card on my list for the best credit cards of 2024 is the Amex Gold. I personally don't have any Amex credit cards and do not really talk about Amex credit cards on my channel, but I do want to highlight the Amex Gold credit card because they have a welcome offer where you get 90,000 membership reward points after you spend $6,000 in eligible purchases on their new card within the first 6 months of account opening. 6 months is a lot more time to hit the welcome offer compared to the Venture X, or even the Chase Sapphire credit cards. Similar to those credit cards, the Amex Gold does have an annual fee of $250, but Amex does justify that annual fee with 4x points back on restaurants on dining and takeout, 4x points back on groceries at US supermarkets, on up to $25,000 per year in purchases, and 3x points for flights booked directly with airlines or on AmexTravel.com. To help offset the annual fee, Amex offers $120 in Uber Cash and dining credit for select restaurants. Therefore, you really only have to earn at least $10 in cash back per year to offset the annual fee. So this card is great if you're someone who likes eating out or traveling. The 4x points back on groceries is also a great way to rack up points, since groceries are usually people's second highest spend category. So you might be wondering how those 90,000 membership reward points are worth compared to Chase or Capital One. Similar to those credit cards, Amex has its own transfer partners with a direct 1-to-1 transfer rate, which is the best way to get over the standard 1 cent per point. Overall, Amex Gold is a solid credit card if you can take advantage of those credits and cashback categories that are offered with this credit card to offset the annual fee. So the cards on this list of credit cards I believe are some of the best going into 2024. Although I should mention that there are so many more credit cards that almost made it to this list, like the Chase Sapphire Preferred or Reserve, Capital One, Save One, Discover It, and tons of more credit cards. But with whatever credit card you decide to add to your wallet this year, would ever be one of these credit cards or another card that I missed on this list? Let me know in the comments below, and if you made it this far in the video, thank you for watching.